Obama sticker on your bumper. How is that hope and change working for you?
My buddy Ray Stevens with his new Obama Nation. I wonder if they're going to play that video at the Republican National Convention just before Romney comes out. Forget the entries, where they show the videos of Reagan. That's what they need to go with. Ray, the first song probably in the history of songwriting to use the term Keynesian. I mean, how many rhymes are there for the word Keynesian?
Yeah, that's right. But we like to set milestones, and now the floodgates are open. Everybody will be using it.
Everybody will be throwing Keynesian into their stuff. That's good stuff. This is like racking up views. And folks, by the way, you can go to our website, gillreport.com. We've got it featured as the daily video there at gillreport.com. You can also go to Ray's website, find out more about what he's up to, where he is, and what other exploits he's putting into video and music. There are some people that are funny. Right, and there are some people that can sing, and you sing funny. I mean, no, wait, I sing funny. You sing funny songs. You really put that blend of humor into the music. You've been doing this for a long time, and that really is unique in the music business. I mean, there are people that throw something funny into a song from time to time.
Well, thank you, Steve.
But you've made your track record, besides getting Dolly Parton started, in being the guy that puts humor to song.
Well, thank you, and I really have been very fortunate. People seem to salute every now and then when I put one of those nutty songs out, and it has sort of defined me over the years, although I've had success with songs that are, straight, like Everything is Beautiful, things like that. But by and large, when you say the name Ray Stevens, if you know who they're talking about at all, people think of a funny song.
And you're bringing current events to the music. You're bringing current events now to the video, which is something that's taken off. I mean, the internet views on this and some of the other ones you've done. I mean, like, what do you have, like 6 million views of your previous video?
Yeah, and we've got like 44 million views of a whole set of these politically oriented videos that have been on YouTube and on the internet for the last few years, and which is I'm so flattered, and I'm so thankful that people want to see this message, and hopefully we can get the message out there that we're trying to get out. And meanwhile, I just want to take this opportunity, if I can, to thank the government for writing those songs for me. Absolutely. And going in the studio and making those records.
You didn't write that.
Rehearsing the band and going on the road and playing all those shows and giving me credit all these years. And now, as I'm sure you've heard, the cat's out of the bag, and so I can't claim credit for any of that.
That may tell you where half that mailbox money's going. It's and that's not even half that comes in. The business model everybody's trying to figure out with the internet is how do you take something that may go viral, like your videos, and make money off of it. I mean, again, we were talking earlier that the streak. If the streak was done today and had a video which almost does itself, it would have a gazillion views. But you actually made money when you did the streak because you didn't have kind of the free watch it on video. How do you translate 6 million hits into making money with kind of this viral internet business?
You don't at this point, Steve. You make a pittance. But, at this point, thank goodness in my life, I can still get a lot of satisfaction out of having people like something and not really make any money off of it to speak of.
And obviously performances, you're not trying to hit the road like you did, 385 days a year,
no.
like you used to do when you were younger. But I guess performance people want to hear the stuff that you're doing because they've seen it on video. You got X million people have seen this stuff.
Yeah.
They want to see you do this stuff.
Well, hopefully so. We are not off the road entirely, and I'm doing some concerts out there in the next few months, and hopefully this will inspire some attendance because you do pull in a little cash when you sell a ticket to a show. So there you go.
I get asked the same question myself a lot. When you've got an administration that does so much goofy stuff, we don't have to be that creative to be a talk show host or to write this kind of goofy stuff. Do you feel like sometimes they're making it too easy on you?
Yeah, I think they are. And I just want to say thanks, all you guys, all you bureaucrats in Washington, and all you government people. And what can I say? I'm just sorry that I'm claimed credit for all these years, and I hope you'll accept my repentance.
Putting your name on all those CDs and records and all that kind of stuff. Marvin Hamlish passed away this week. I mean,
yes.
Again, as somebody that understands what it takes to craft a song, when you look at the track record he had of stuff, I mean, that's true musical genius that we've lost.
Oh yeah, he was a super smart guy. I had the privilege of doing a show with him a couple of years ago. I think we shot a special for PBS at a university in St. Louis, and it was Marvin and me and B.J. Thomas, Bobby Goldsboro, Debbie Boone, several great artists, and had a ball, and I really had a good time meeting Marvin, and I'm glad I did.
Yeah, again, you've also worked with a lot of other luminaries over your career, folks that you get a chance to work with to help craft. You worked, as I mentioned earlier, with Dolly Parton in the early years as well.
Yeah, a guy came up to me the other day. I was in the grocery store, and he came up and he said, "Did you produce Dolly Parton's record, Busy Signal?" And I said, "Well, yeah." And he said, "What a great record. I love that. I was just listening to it in the car." And I didn't know anybody alive had ever heard the record because it wasn't a hit at the time, and it just kind of got buried in the mix. But I was flabbergasted, let's put it that way.
I had a chance to we've talked to her before, but I had a chance to actually meet her a few weeks ago, and we were doing a photo, and I'm a big guy. I mean, I'm a big guy, and she's tiny. And her first day was, "Look, you either need to scooch down or pick me up." I scooched down, and I'm thinking I'm going to regret that for the rest of my life.
I don't know. I think I might have tried the pickup.
You have really seen this music business change a lot. The technology obviously is different. We were talking about the internet and that kind of piece. You know, the fact you don't have to go in and they actually have to cut and slice tape to put stuff together. What's been the biggest change? I mean, the creativity, the genius of music, the passion for it's always been there. What's the biggest change you see today versus when you were cranking things up?
Well, you know, the business part is just kind of, you don't sell as many these days. People have a different concept of how they want to hear their music and how they want to control it and own it, and they don't want to pay anything for it. First,
more avenues with the internet, but you don't have that support sometimes that you had when they were really pushing a record. We're going to talk more. Ray Stevens in studio with us. You got a few more minutes? You can hang with us?
You bet.
We're going to hang out. If you want to talk, if you've got questions, if you want to comment on some of the great stuff he's done, I still love the streak. Don't look at him! I love that. I love it. We're going to talk more with Ray Stevens in a minute.
Our grandkids are going to be paying till their dying day for this Obama nation.